This past week, the gold market has been constantly bullish. We did have some periods of consolidation, but that's okay. Going into the new week, we have to adjust our game plan because this week there will be 6 key events that will happen in economic news, and we need to make sure that we are prepared for it so that way we could take advantage of the market. We can see here on the weekly time frame that price has been bullish for weeks, and we'll map out whether or not that momentum is going to continue or potentially shift. If you're looking for a game plan for this upcoming week, then you are in the right place because I am going to share my entries, my exits, and my profit target zones on the gold market. So as I pointed out here on the weekly time frame, we have all this bullish momentum and it's really hard to see all the price action. So let's just go ahead and go down to the daily time frame. All right, so here we are on the daily time frame. You can see the price action a lot more clearly. And what I'm actually going to do, the first thing I'm going to do is mark off this new high that was made inside of the market. So that high is at 37.07, and I just want to put a level there. You can see that I do have some other levels here, and these levels pretty much all the way down here, I'm not really going to call those off because it would take a lot for a price to move thousands of pips in 1 week. So let me just go ahead and call off the next level. So right here, this yellow level is at 36.73. Then we have this black level for now that is at 36.56. Also this other black level at 36.15. And next we have this yellow level that is here at 36.01, really close to 3600. And next we have this level right here at 35.74, really close to 75. And we also have this level here at 35.27. And then this week I'm probably going to stop right here at 35.01, really close to 3500. So look at the levels really quick just to see if they make sense. I'm actually going to remove some of these other levels. I was charting some stuff this past week inside of the Profitable Traders Academy and want to make sure that these charts are clean. All right, cool. So everything is looking good for now on the daily. Let's go to the H4. If you're looking for more than just these markups every single week, then go ahead and check out the link in the description box below where it'll take you to this website where you could see how you could potentially get more support, more help for your trading in order to help you take trades with confidence and clarity. So go ahead and check out the link in the description box below. You could schedule a call with me or my team in order to see if this is right for you. You can also see a lot of examples on this page of how the teachings that I provide help people improve their trading in a comfortable and confident way. Go ahead and check out the link in the description box below and see how it has worked and see how it could potentially help you inside of your trading. So here on the H4 time frame, we can see a lot of price action. Price was stuck in this little range this past week, or actually last week, and it has broken out. And then there was another range kind of happening over here. I remember because I was stuck in it until it finally broke out. So anyway, so looking at the price action right here, focusing more so on this past week, there are some levels that I might want to adjust. For right now, everything is looking good on this time frame. I do want to add an additional level. So let me just go ahead and actually use my trend line level. And that level is going to be right here at 36.39. And I think that's all I want to adjust on the H4. Let's go down to the H2. All right, so here on the H2, obviously a lot more data here. Here's that level that I drew on the last time frame is still looking good. And one thing that I may want to adjust here is probably going to be this level right here. Let me see how this looks. I don't really like that actually. Actually, let me get rid of this for now because I think there's something else I want to do with this level, maybe on the H1 time frame. But for right now, we're just going to get rid of it. This is looking good so far. There is another level that I see potentially in here. Let's go down to the H1 time frame and see if it makes sense to draw it. Because my goal is not to put a whole bunch of lines on my chart. It's to create lines and structure that I can easily follow in real time. Okay, so looking at this level, I was right. I do want to add another level, and it's going to be about here. And you can see that current price action where the market stopped at this point is really close to this level. So this level, let me make sure I got it precise as possible. Okay, so this is at 36.87. This level is really close to where price action is right now. And you can see there was a crazy spike here. That was due to some economic data that was released. So I'm not going to really count that for right now. But looking at this and all this consolidation within here, there are some other other levels that we can potentially draw and basically just keep track of as price unfolds over this next week. So what I want to draw is actually going to be about here. We have a nice little support right here, and I just want to see if it holds this level. So this is at 36.68, and this is all kind of chopped. There could be some other levels that could be drawn here on lower time frames. I'm not going to do that just because I don't want my levels and my chart to be too messy, especially not for my game plan. I may add some additional levels throughout the week, and those are things that I share with people inside of the Profitable Traders Academy. But for right now, this is looking good. I don't want it to be too cluttered. So this is looking good in here. Let me go back, just make sure things are lining up. Okay, yeah, this is lining up. So even if I drew this backwards just a little bit, you can see that it's lining up with some market structure here. We did have some breaks and things, but for the most part, it's keeping in step with the previous market structures. So I feel a lot more comfortable with the level that I just drew. All right, cool. So now into the game plan for this upcoming week. We were basically in consolidation for a while last week while we waited for the drama from the economic news to die down a bit and see where the market wanted to go. And you can see that it's still pushing up for the most part. So my game plan for this upcoming week, I'm looking to see what price is going to do in this level, especially because it's so close and the market stopped right there. So what I'm anticipating, let me use my path tool. What I'm anticipating is possibly some sort of slight pullback here, or of course, gold likes to do deep retracements at times, basically just to shake out traders and then continue with the main trend. So I'm looking for some sort of pullback. We're going to put it right here for now. And then also the other pullback I'm looking for will be a bit deeper. So somewhere in this level, you can see where price has rejected before. So I'm just going to put it here. I'll be looking for that. And basically just seeing if it holds this level right here, because if it doesn't, it would tell me that price is looking to go lower. I'm not necessarily looking for shorts, but I just want to wait and see what the price is going to do, especially because most of the momentum right now is still bullish. All right. So the other idea that I have here for the market, of course, the price breaks up above here and continues to push going up here to this previous high that it made inside of the market. And actually what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to move this yellow level up just a little bit so that way the wick is in line with this yellow level. This is the highest point that the market has made so far. It's been crazy this past year, but this level basically hasn't changed. And I want to potentially capitalize on this 160 something pip move in the zone right here. So that's one idea. And then of course, like I said, if price was to come from one of these levels, like this whole zone right here is about 256 pips inside of the market, which is really nice. And then let's just go ahead and look over to the left and just see what's happening here. Okay, so now looking at this level right here, I actually do remember this. I did not take a trade off of this level. I think I took a trade a little bit like somewhere in this zone, but more recent price action. It was over here, actually, these crazy wicks right here. Yeah, this was yesterday. I definitely took a trade here and caught this move up and sold before it pushed down. So what else I'll be looking for inside of the market is, if you notice here, there are a ton of wicks here, like all throughout here. Not so bad over here, but a lot of wicks here. So if I was interested in a short-term short, what I would be doing is waiting for price to basically clear these wicks throughout here. And there's actually quite a bit. So here's the longest one right here. So I'm just going to draw this as a zone and let's mark off. Let's see how wide this is. Okay, so this is only 11, or not only, but it's about 117 pips right there. So it's actually kind of decent for a short-term move. Not something I'm interested in. Basically, I'm interested in more so buys. But for me, if I was looking to take some sort of short, I would be looking for a short around this area here, around 36.15, at least at this point, because we have all of this bullish momentum here. Basically, all of the bias is mostly bullish. But if I was interested in taking a counter trend, I would want to take it in a place that's going to be a bit safer for me. And it would be pretty much from here to this yellow level right here. So it'll be very short term. And this is about 125 pips. And then of course, if price was to reverse for whatever reason, then I will continue to ride that bearish momentum down. Of course, there could be opportunities up here, but just because the price is at this all-time high or hit this all-time high this past week doesn't mean that it's ready for shorts. Because look, it did sell off right here, but price came right back up. And usually these are signs of continuing the bullish move. So until I get really strong evidence inside of the market that it's ready to sell off, then I am going to be looking for longs. So this is my analysis for this upcoming week. If you found this helpful, go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel so that way you don't miss any of the amazing videos that we are posting 3 times per week, providing so much value and helping you really understand these markets. So go ahead and watch any of the videos here that are on the screen, and I'll see you next time.